So, to start things off, I've been really enjoying the Persona dance games more than I should be, and it's quite a surprise to me because I'm someone who has not ever played a rhythm game before, and for some reason has gravitated towards the Persona dancing games. Now yes, this is Alice milking the series, but it's not as bad as some developers slash publishers have done with their franchises, like Assassin's Creed, for instance. Yearly releases that just make you get burnt out of the game very easily, and there's quite a few others, but I really think that as long as it takes development time and the game's actually fun and isn't the same game over and over again, then yes, I think it's a good game slash spin-off, and it won't bother anybody besides Persona 4 dancing, because for some reason that's canon, which I don't necessarily know the full extent of how bad I should be freaking out about it, but I obviously can't play right now because it's all in Japanese on the PS4 edition, because I got the Japanese versions. And for some reason Persona 4 dancing crashes on my PlayStation TV and gives me terrible performance and just gets corrupted, and that delete the game and then reinstall it with all my saves gone. Very strange stuff. So I'll make a video about Persona 4 dancing's canon and the commu thing that's within the Persona 3 and 5 dancing games once the Western release comes out.
Ridiculousness, suppose it's sick business, but we ain't gonna be fooled by these sickness. My brain is safe and sound with pure goodness.
So the main point of these games are to see your favorite Persona characters dance, which they look pretty good for the most part, especially Persona 4 dancing. Now, comparatively to Persona 4 dancing, Persona 3 and 5 lack uniqueness between each character, because with Persona 4, they basically identified their personality as the way they dance. Now, with the other two games, I don't understand why they really didn't do that. They did it with certain characters and with certain songs, but other than that, it's more or less like you got a character dancing that you didn't really expect to dance like that, so, which I don't really mind, but it's just strange seeing it, I guess. But I will say the Persona 3 models look fantastic. Fantastic. And I guess sometimes dances like a robot, which is also kind of hilarious. Then again, she is a robot that is dancing, so dancing like a robot is just how she dances. Huh, didn't think about that until, until I just said that.
You'll never see it.
Also, bonus segment, because I originally was going to include this, but we gotta talk about one particular thing, and this is just because I played Seiran Kagura Reflections, so I gotta critique it in every game now. The physics, the goddamn jiggle physics. Now, in Persona 4, Konami is very prominent with it. I mean, it looks natural. It looks natural to me. I'm not saying it's overbound. I mean, some of the physics in general with Rise and her one outfits, you're probably seeing gameplay of that right now. It can get a little bit wonky, but the jiggle physics in general just look natural. I don't mean to go too depth in here, but yeah, they just look natural. It might be a little bit too jiggly for Konami, but I feel like a fucking weeb at this point. I'm just gonna stop talking about this. Enough's been said. Oh yeah, baby, just look at the selection we got here. Just your favorite Persona characters and some fan service clothes, especially Best Boy Kanji. Can't get that out of your head now. But yes, you can customize your Persona characters in every which way you'd like to, and some of the outfits can be a little bit odd, and some can be very fan servicey, which is interesting. Also hilarious too, because you wouldn't really expect these characters to wear such things unless you're a pervert. I really shouldn't be talking because I just talked about jiggle physics. But with Persona 4, you unlock them through a currency that you get from dancing, which seems like a decent currency. Now with Persona 3 and 5 dancing, you do either challenges or you rack up your points, from which it's just based on challenges essentially. It's like you have to do something for certain characters and then you'll unlock new outfits. It's kind of just a grind fest, but I need to get them for the Persona 3 characters, you know? I need to get them all. Which I still have a crap ton locked, which bothers me so. But what the commu thing is essentially a social link thing, which I can't read it because it's in Japanese. Now maybe one day I might learn Japanese, but as of right now, I don't know what it's saying by any means. So once the Western release comes out, I'll be able to talk about it more in depth.
I've never felt like so
Now the goddamn soundtrack for Persona 3 and 4 are freaking amazing. I blasted out my way to work every day. Okay, that's what real weebs do. If you haven't already gotten the hint that I've transcended into a weeb, which I don't know how I feel about that. Now, Persona 5's just falls short because essentially it's Persona 5's background music for like some of the remixes, and then most of what you play that isn't remixed is essentially Persona 5's background music. Now there are a couple of good ones like Beneath the Mask, Rivers in the Desert, and the outro song, which only plays the beginning of that, but the outro song is actually in the game as the actual playable rhythm thing, and I don't know why they did the outro music. When you play it, it literally plays the credits, and you feel so bored, and you feel like it's dragging on for far too long, and you just want to end. Your suffering just wants to end. Like, you'll feel like you're dozing off essentially when you play that for the first time. It's not fun. I haven't really played it a second time to tell you if it's any better the second time, but I can reassure you the first time I almost just fell asleep. But some of Persona 5's remixed and non-remixed songs are good in it. It's not, I guess, as good as Persona 3 and 5's dancing soundtracks. That's just the main point that I'm getting across here. I think Persona 5 soundtrack in general works good with in-game, but with the rhythm game, or just the dance game in general, it just falls short. That's just my opinion though. You may have a completely different opinion, and you might be even more of a weeb than me, and you're getting really into Persona 5 dancing, which, good for you. But that's just my opinion on Persona 5's dancing OST. So gameplay, if you ever seen what messy spaghetti looks like, that's exactly what you're gonna think when you first played this game, especially with Persona 3 and Mass Destruction Remixed. Oh my god. So what I recommend you do if you played this game for the first time, definitely play Persona 4, because if you play Persona 3 first, you're gonna have just massive trouble. It's gonna be like playing Persona 3 the game, and that's how hard I feel like Persona 3 dancing is. I mean, it's probably easier for people that have played rhythm games before, but this is your first rhythm game, definitely start with Persona 4. Like, Persona 3 is really hard to me, or was really hard. I finally got the hang of it. I've been getting some king crazies on normal difficulty, because hard's just a whole nother topic for another time. Now, another warning that I will give to you all that are planning to buy this for the Vita/PS TV is that the performance is god-awful. You might get a couple of corrupt Persona dancing errors and then have to reinstall the game, which I had to do with Persona 4 dancing on my PS TV. So, if you are planning to purchase these games on your PS Vita, I'd highly advise you do it for the sole purpose of modding it, because, like, in my personal experience with the PS TV, at least, like, I've just had so many issues with Persona 4 dancing. Like, I do not trust purchasing Persona 3 or 5 on the PSTV/Vita. Now, the Vita might be different, I have no idea, but the PSTV just caused me so many problems, and I've tried to play it recently, and man, it's just not a good experience, so I'd highly recommend the PS4 version if you plan on getting these dancing games. Of course, DLC for this game, and it's kind of scattered in a sense that they're scattered throughout the entirety of the dancing games. Some of them are free, but some you have to pay for, and it can add up to quite a bit, in my opinion. But I mean, some of it's worth it. Maybe Pancake Boy and Shinji might be worth it for you. By the way, if you pre-order the dancing games, you get them for free for the Western audience. If you plan on pre-ordering, you can get Pancake Boy and Shinji for free, at least for the time being, from the time of recording this video. But yeah, like, I haven't really kept up on the DLC front because I have the Japanese versions, or else I would be more, I guess, keeping up with it. But right now, it seems scattered to me. And from what I was reading from Mystic, from what he's saying, it's just a scattered release and it's just all over the place, so just be warned for that once it comes out in the United States/Europe/wherever you're gonna get it in English. You get what I'm saying.
Thinking you got is freaking. Thinking you got like raps. Oh, how it's on.
So my ending thoughts on these games is that I really enjoyed them. I've been, I guess, putting off Persona 5 because that's not the main purpose why I got them. I got them for the OST soundtrack, the Steelbook OST case that it comes with, and Persona 4 and 3 dancing, more or less. Now, I was kind of just wanted to see what Persona 5 dancing turned out to be, and it's fun, but it's just not my cup of tea. I more prefer 3 and 4 over 5. So I hope you enjoyed my thoughts and opinions about the Persona dancing games. I know that a lot of people are probably gonna hate me because these games essentially give off a bad vibe of milking the series, which I completely understand. I've dealt with games that I've truly loved get milked to hell, and me just end up hating them. So I can understand the fan base hating these games essentially because of that. But I feel like if they keep it non-canon from now on, which I still don't understand why Persona 4 is canon, it will be fine. I don't mind these games as long as they keep making mainline Persona games good. Friggin' extraordinary, then I'll be fine with these spin-off titles. Now I know that the arena games are canon, so I guess I need to catch up on those. I know I'm slacking, but I generally only like played the main titles of the games from what I usually play, besides Kingdom Hearts. So yeah. Anyways, so what you guys think in the comments down below, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.